Hey everybody, it's time for another Saturday Scribbles, and today we will be working on blind contour drawing. And I have a phone for some reference pictures, and my first drawing is going to be of this little coffee cup that I got. And with blind contouring, you are basically just training your eye to draw what you see, and you're kind of loosening up your wrist. It's not necessarily a drawing that you're going to use as a final product. I did include a link in the description box for a creative book tutorial where they did kind of use a blind contour to turn into final art. So that's up to you. The first thing that I drew was the teacup, and I drew it how I would normally sketch something out, lifting my pencil, looking back and forth from the paper to the thing that I'm drawing. But with blind contour drawing, you do not lift your pen from the paper in most cases. Some people say that you can lift your pen from the paper, just don't do it very often. But a lot of artists say pen to paper always. So you will be retracing your steps. And you do not look at the paper while you're drawing. And this can result in some pretty funny and pretty hard fails. But again, it's not about the final drawing. It's about just loosening up and getting your eyes ready. And as you progress and become more comfortable with blind contour drawing, you will get better at it. But I think for everybody, it is a struggle because you can't look at the paper and you just kind of have to decide, like, okay, I think this is this far apart, and I think this is this deep, and this is where the handle goes, or whatever you're drawing. So it can be tricky. Now in the next drawing, I'm doing semi-blind contour drawing. And so I'm still not lifting my pen from the paper, and I'm still keeping it a continuous line. But I am looking back at the object and the paper. And as you can see, it helps a little bit, but it's still not great looking. So don't be discouraged. As you'll see later, some of my drawings got pretty funky and pretty unrecognizable. So just have fun with it and see what happens. But yeah, this is definitely one of the not so bad drawings in this video. So just have a good time. And just so you know, the fall activity challenge reading code for this video is FALL. F-A-L-L, fall. The next drawing, I went from a picture of a caterpillar that I took the other day, and I did a blind contour for the first one, and then a semi-blind contour for the second part. And with the first one, it seemed to be going well, and then it just went downhill. Like at first you're like, okay, it kind of looks like the caterpillar, and then whenever I did the legs, it just went downhill. So very cool abstract art. You could definitely, work with that. But if you wanted to really pass it as a caterpillar, not quite. And again, these exercises are not meant to take a lot of time with unless you are wanting it to be a final product piece, I guess. And really, I think for the most part, people said that these projects should only take about 2 or 3 minutes because it's building up to doing your actual drawing. So don't worry, it doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to look near perfect. It's all about just loosening up and getting ready. Kind of like if you are into creative writing or journal prompts, you might have a really quick journal prompt that you do that gets you ready for the creative writing process. So think of it like that. For this last piece, I just looked up a drawing of, or a little free clip art of stacked books. And again, the first one is a blind contour, and the second one is a semi-blind contour. But oh my goodness. this one was just special. We'll just leave it at that. It's just very, the blind contour is just very special. The semi-blind contour version was better. Still not quite recognizable maybe, but definitely better. And in the video that I linked below, that artist did, I think, 3 different blind contours slash semi-blind contours before she got to the final version, which she painted in. So, to be fair, there's that. But I don't know, this was really fun. It was frustrating, and you might feel frustrated also when you look at it and you're like, oh, like what did I just draw? It's just a bunch of scribbles. But it did feel good, like loosening up, and at the end of it, I didn't feel as much pressure to get it right. And I was able to just, move my wrist around and let the drawing be what it was. So it was really relaxing in the end. And it'd be fun to try to do like portraits. And I know that there's a big market out there for like the blind or semi-blind contour portraits, where it's like the face looks like multiple faces overlapped and everything. So you can really have fun with it. And if you think that your blind contour drawing looks epic, then yeah, share it with people and color it in, and say it's abstract, or say it's a symbol of your relaxation, and go with that. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to drawing for you next week.